let the restoration begin. I'm going to start by cleaning it and then taking parts off as they need. I just want it to look like a new bike. I know it never can, but just as good as I can get it. So now to start taking some things off, like the panniers, the seats. So that's the seats off. Just turn of a key, both seats come off. They're stapled on, all the covers, so you just undo the staples and put a new one on. How about this? You don't get this on the modern GSs, look. Complete toolbox. You could almost change the engine. It's so neat. Everything in its place. I look into my RT now and you get a screwdriver, I think. Isn't that incredible? This is also something new to me. It's a fuse box. I've only had BMWs apart from the Cafe Racer I did with a fuse box. It's all CAN bus, isn't it? Since then. So talk about going back to analog times, but very neatly done, very well engineered. The first thing I want to take off is the crash bars. These Hepco and Becker crash bars, they look very good from here, although I think I do find them a little bit ugly, but I had a look on the internet and they are the complete set. This one is over £500. So it would be stupid to throw them away. But although you don't see it, they've been hand painted where they've gone rusty at times, so they need scraping right down. I think they might look a lot better in black. If they're in a gloss black, they might blend in instead of standing out. Oh, here it is, ready to go back in the garage for the night. It sounds, I don't know what it sounds like on here, but it sounds so sweet. There's the earnest exhaust. You can see now the tank is in a bit of a mess. You never catch it in the light, but there's dents here, and there's a crease right down there. Stretching and damage here. The whole thing needs sorting out. The bike sounds. Today I start to take off the crash bars, and they're in two sections. They divide here, and you won't see it on the camera really, but this is very poorly. It's painted over some rust. It's all hand painted with hammerite. So in some places it's beautiful, other places it's really rough. So the only way I can think of is take them off, sand them down and repaint them. front section divides there, so I've just got 4 bolts. This is the last one to take out, and there are spacers. So I've just got to, it's easy taking things apart. It's when you come to put them back, this should come off easy. Or will it? Please don't say I have to take the indicators off to get it off. You wouldn't believe it, but the only way is to take the indicators off. An 18mm open end spanner, because the cable comes through with no movement. I've got it loose now, and you just got to wind it slowly to get the locking screw off. And there we are. One removed piece of engine protection. This is in very good condition, this one actually. There's no hand painting, there's a little bit of rust on there. That one is okay. It's the bottom one that's had all the painting up and the rust. Now concentrate on the bottom engine bars. I now realise that there's a bolt right inside the tank there, so you have to take it from here, both sides, so the tank has to come off. The first one to undo is this bolt here. You have to hold a spanner, 13 spanner on one side. This is a new stainless steel bolt that's been put in as part of the package. It's a very long one to me, it sticks out a lot on the inside. The bolt is out of the tank. These vents, 2 of these need to be pulled apart, so I'm just going to mark them so I join them up correctly. A little bit of colour tape, bit of black tape on that one. And then they can be pulled apart. There. The next thing is this electrical connector that goes into the tank. So it looks as if it's got there. So that's straightforward enough. Now we have the 2 petrol pipes themselves, one here and one here. Now I believe they have 2 different valves so that you don't have to mark which one comes out. But if I do one and check it, and then we can see, they are valves, so they shouldn't lose a lot of petrol, but we will see. It appears that these clips are like many on BMWs. They're put on in the factory. They must be very high speed to put on. They're clamped in. It seems that they're 1 use only. There's no tool. Ages ago I bought this specialist tool thinking that I could get things off like this, but it does nothing. So looking at various other people doing this, they say you just got to cut them off by whatever means you can, and then replace them with the standard Jubilee clip, stainless steel ones with the screw on, and they appear all the way through the bike, and especially when we come to the inside where we have to change a fuel filter, which is part of the service inside this tank. Who said it was going to be easy? Then you've got more of these clips and more to replace. So if I can lift the tank, there we are. Remember, it's still on these pipes here, but it might just give me a little bit of room to get my hand in easier. Let's see. And the answer is no. So you don't need to cut the clips as I did. All you do is push in that one there and wiggle it, and it comes apart. You can't get them mixed up, they're male and female, so you don't need to mark those two. You should just be able to lift the tank from the back and pull it backwards. Oh, there's quite a lot of petrol in it. You can now see the ABS unit, the infamous ABS unit, which is still working on this bike. There's two Allen nuts either side that hold they're the same on the other side. The engine bars are, I've got one more bolt right in the middle so you can split them. So this actual crud catcher, I think it's called, has got to come off first so that I can get into there. So when you want to take your bars off, it is never that easy. That's the engine bars off. Some of these, this bolt especially was so corroded. Real job to get that off, but you can now see there's been a lot of hand painting. It's hard to tell really, but they're in quite a mess. Just trying to see what the problem is. It's quite clear that they've used hammerite all over the bars and painted straight over the rust. Now that would be really difficult for me to get off in lots of places. The top bars look good, but both bottom bars have gone rusty. So I've got in touch with a shot blasting company near me and see what they say, because this would take me a long time to get it back and probably wouldn't be right anyway. So just see what they come up with. This is the side panel I had to take off just below the tank. It's totally faded. That's not just a reflection on it, it's the black plastic has gone completely. I was going to skin it with carbon fibre, but that's a very long job. It takes 5 days in total because of the 24 hours you have to leave it between different coats. But then I found some paint. They claim this paint, VHT plastic paint, it's high temperature, so you can do the bays of your car engine and things, that it adheres totally to plastic, as long as the plastic is clean. So I ordered some on Amazon, and it arrived yesterday, just to try it, see what it's like. This is my very professional spray booth, a cardboard box. That painter's done a tremendous job. It almost looks like brand new. All that fading has gone. If that can stay, and the write-ups about it say that it is very durable, that the paint lasts a serious amount, long time, so I'm hoping it does. It makes me think how many parts on the bike that I would try and change I could now paint. It's plastic parts. I'll have to have a careful look.